After the season of holidays cheers, we enter the new year with new resolutions. What are your New Year's resolutions? Chances are, more than a couple of the most common resolutions will look familiar to you. Get fit, lose weight, get more organized, travel, save or invest your money, quit smoking, enjoy the finer things in life, and spend more time with family and friends. Well, this week on Believe 614, we're going to get your body in shape with Amy Picknell of Move Well Studios. Also, we get our mind and spirit in line with Pastor Shannon C. High and enjoy the finer things in life with the owner of the best gastropub in the city, Walter Carpenter of the Royce Restaurant.
What is the history of New Year's resolutions? The New Year's holiday is celebrated annually by cultures all over the world. Despite bringing people of different cultures together, this tradition is quite old and actually has its roots in ancient Rome. If you are curious about the meaning of New Year's and why it is celebrated each year, continue reading to learn all about it. What is a New Year's resolution? New Year's resolutions are time-honored traditions. They are an opportunity to reflect on the past year and set goals for the future. A resolution is also a promise you make to yourself or someone else to change your behavior or attitude. How did the tradition of New Year's resolutions start? It's a new year and time to set new goals and make resolutions for the coming year. But how did this tradition start? According to the History Channel, there are several theories as to how the tradition of making New Year's resolutions started. One theory is that it began with a custom in ancient Babylon where people would make promises to the gods on behalf of their kings. Another theory suggests that it started with the Romans who would make vows at the beginning of each year. In either case, these ideas were passed down through generations until they became part of Christianity. The Romans also celebrated with feasts and parties on New Year's Eve. This tradition continued throughout medieval Europe. In the Middle Ages, people often invited friends over for a feast on December 31st or January 1st to celebrate the coming year and bring good luck into their homes for the coming 12 months. Another theory is that Christians adopted this tradition from the Jewish people who celebrate Rosh Hashanah, which is also known as Rosh Hashanah or Yom Teruah, every year on the first day of Tishrei, the 7th month in the Hebrew calendar. This holiday marks God's giving of the Torah, the first 5 books of Moses, to Moses at Mount Sinai. Jews remember this event by blowing shofars or ram's horns and wearing white clothes and eating apples dipped in honey for good luck. Do New Year's goals actually work? Many of us make New Year's resolutions, but how many people actually keep them? According to a national survey conducted by Harris Poll on behalf of American Express, 46% of people normally keep the resolutions for a minimum of 6 months, while 8% keep them for a full year. There are so many reasons why New Year's resolutions fail: lack of motivation, poor planning, and unrealistic expectations. The key is finding a goal that's both realistic and motivating, something that can be accomplished within a reasonable amount of time. What are the best ways to make your New Year's resolutions happen? Here are some tips for making your New Year's resolutions happen. Mentally prepare for change. The most important thing you can do is mentally prepare for a change. If you want to make your New Year's resolutions happen, you need to be realistic about what you're trying to achieve. Yes, it's fine to set a big goal for yourself, but it's also important to remember that achieving your goals will take time and effort. Set a goal that motivates you. It doesn't matter whether your goal is physical or emotional. The key is that it should motivate you. For example, if your goal is to get fit and healthy, don't just focus on the end result, i.e. being fitter and healthier. Instead, think about how great it will feel when you reach those goals, how much better your body will feel, and how proud of yourself you'll feel when others notice the difference in your appearance and health. Limit resolutions to a manageable amount. If you have more than one resolution, pick just one to work on in the beginning of each month. Then add another once that first goal is achieved. Eventually, you'll have a list of 10 to 15 goals that will keep you busy all year long. Plan ahead. Planning ahead is always important, but especially so with New Year's resolutions, because it gives you time to prepare and make sure that you have everything in place before your deadline arrives. It also makes it easier for you to stay committed when you're not rushed at the last minute trying to get everything done on time. Be specific. Instead of saying, "I want to lose weight," say, "I want to lose 10 pounds." This gives you something specific to aim for and makes it easier for others to support your efforts and offer encouragement. What is a New Year's resolution? New Year's resolutions are a time-honored tradition. They are an opportunity to reflect on the past year and set goals for the future. A resolution is also a promise you make to yourself or someone else to change your behavior or attitude. A resolution is a firm decision to do or not to do something. It is almost always made consciously, but this decision can be reached by using an unconscious process. In effect, it means making an agreement with yourself. This can be done in two ways: by resolving the physical aspect of what you want from your body and by resolving the mental and emotional aspect of your being.
Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, indeed. My name is Shannon C. Hyde.
And your title?
I wear many hats. I'm a licensed minister. I'm also a PhD student currently, root healer, and practitioner of African indigenous spirituality.
So tell us, how did you get into spirituality?
Sure. I'll make it brief. I always say I'm from New Jersey and we like to talk a lot, but grew up in South Jersey, near the Jersey Shore, the daughter of two teenage parents who did the best they could to bring up this rebellious child. I always knew that I was different from my family from early on. My family first initially started in this Black-centered consciousness, and then as time went on and my father became a born-again Christian, we became the Black evangelical family on our block in South Jersey. I went to Christian school from kindergarten through 12th grade, and I was trying to navigate this idea of this God that is angry and always wanting to punish, and then there was me, who was having crushes on girls in her class and couldn't understand why. A lot of this confusion carried well into my adulthood, and during times of being a single mother, of going through addiction issues and bouts of anxiety and depression, I still was fearing this angry God, but I felt that there was a call on my life to create a space for people that was going to be healing. So proof of that would be, I would find myself in supermarket lines and bathroom stalls in the Walmart, and just saying hello to someone else would open them up like a book, and they'd share with me some challenge that they were experiencing at the time, some loss, some addiction, and immediately I knew it was my job to welcome them into an embrace and work with them through their process, even if working with them was being a listening ear. They'd often end those conversations with, "I don't know why I felt so comfortable talking to you." So by the time 2016 came around, I made a firm decision that not only was I going to venture into this chaplain type ministerial space, this work through this questioning I had of this angry God and reconstruct my theology into something that would be beneficial to others. First, I came out of the closet, acknowledging to the world and to myself, I'm going to live authentically as my same gender loving self. And then moving into seminary, where I graduated with 2 master's degrees, one as a Master of Divinity and one as a Master of Arts in Social Transformation. So I've utilized this learning to change the way in which I've spoken to others about their lives and their challenges. No longer this, well, if you just pray about it, God will help you. Instead, it's become a talk about who are you as a person? What do you feel the divine is encouraging you to be? Who do you as a divine see yourself as? And in that is the healing that I've learned to not only embrace myself, which has been a very long road and is ongoing, but it's also created that soil that's needed for people to grow into. So I'm hoping with my PhD that I'll be able to further speak to larger groups. It'll open doors for me to share a message of living a life of challenge. It gives me the opportunity to create tables for people that aren't welcome in their environments, but this is the table that you're welcome to utilize my being a visual artist of creating healing art for people to vibe with, and also writing and poetry. There's no better way but to purge yourself of illness than to purge it on paper or canvas, on a plate, anything that you can do to help your community.
Join Believe 614 Nation and follow us for more videos, behind-the-scene footage, and your chance to win prizes at Believe614.com.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
You think you got what it takes to be on TV? Well, submit your short film, music video, animation, and video opinion to Believe614.com, and you can be seen on TV.
Hi, my name is Amy and I'm from Move Well Pilates here in Worthington, Ohio. And I would like to talk to you a little bit today about the difference between Pilates and yoga. One common myth is that they're both just all about stretching, and while both do have elements of stretch, yoga comes from a very long tradition and history based in India, where Pilates was actually a man and he was German. So in terms of how long they've been on the planet, yoga is so much older, and there are a lot of spirituality beliefs surrounding yoga as well. Where Pilates, Joseph Pilates, sort of invented his system of exercise to be a gymnastics-based floor routine. So that in itself is a pretty big difference, but they do both have elements of stretch. Just watch out, the strength training will get you too.
So Amy, tell us how you got involved in Pilates.
Absolutely. When I was a teenager, I fell and hurt my back. And at the time, there wasn't a whole lot of research about strengthening your core. So I was actually at Meijer one day and I saw a book called The Pilates Body by Brooke Seiler. And it said how to lengthen and strengthen your core. And I was like, that's what my doctor said I needed to do. So I actually started my Pilates journey at home with a book that I got from the store. And now I have a studio. It's been a neat journey.
So what is it like to be a Pilates guru?
So I don't consider myself a guru. I consider myself a lifelong learner, which I think is it's the best place that anyone can start at. People do expect you to know everything, and I'm very open about the fact that I'm continuing to learn too. The other thing that is sometimes heartbreaking is people really come to you, whether they're in pain or they want to fix something with their body, and they kind of hope to do it in 1 or 2 sessions, and you kind of have to remind them that if they've lived with this for 10, 20 years, it's going to take a little bit longer than 2 hours to kind of resolve whatever's going on in their body.
So Amy, if I wanted to start learning or practicing Pilates, what are some of the key things I need to know before I start?
So I think one of the most important things to know is that there are as many schools of Pilates as there are yoga. So if you try one and it's maybe not your flavor, keep looking because you will find yours. Also, if finance is something that's keeping you from exploring this, don't forget about your local library. There are tons of Pilates videos out there at the library that you can rent. And like I said, I started my own journey with a book. So you don't need a huge investment in order to begin exploring what Pilates might do for you and your body.
And do I need to be 17 with a half body, or can I be 87 and first time trying to work out?
So Pilates will meet you wherever you're at, and I think one of the main things is just to remember our own desire to kind of be our best self. A lot of people come in and they want to do the very fun exercise that they maybe saw on Instagram, rather than maybe start where their body needs them to be. So if you're young and you're 17 and you're fit, we might be able to do all of those very gymnastic looking exercises with you. But if you're 87 and what you're trying to do is have a longer and taller spine and be more mobile for longer, we can absolutely meet you where you are.
So let's talk about Pilates and mental health. How does Pilates work in that field?
So Joseph Pilates was one of the first Western exercise practitioners.
Hello, I'm Walter Carpenter. I'm the owner of the Royce, located here at the Polaris Fashion Place Mall at 8791 Lyra Drive. We've been here for 2 years, trying to give a great experience for our guests. We have some amazing things happening Monday through Saturday. Monday night, we have industry night for all those associates that work in the business, whether entertainment business or restaurant business. Tuesday night is Taco Tuesday. You gotta have tacos on Tuesday, coupled with a nice margarita. On Wednesdays is a fun night. We have dollar oysters as well, with the half price bottles of wine here at the Royce on Wednesday. Thursday night is a highlight of the week. Thursdays are jazz night. We've got some great entertainment. We've had 2 to 3 Grammy Award winners here at the restaurant on Thursday night. Just an amazing lineup that we have on Thursdays for our jazz night. Friday and Saturday night, obviously it's Friday and Saturday date night, hang out at the Royce. We have brunch every single day of the week, which is wonderful. We've got some amazing dishes on that brunch menu as well. Georgia peach French toast, which is a classic for us. We also have the shrimp and grits. You can't leave without it. But we also have some fun dishes like that. We have the deviled eggs that are my mom's recipe on that deviled eggs. So simply a wonderful. But check us out. We're on social media. We're on the Royce Columbus. On Instagram, follow us on Instagram. We have Facebook. We also have our website, the Royce Columbus. Give us a call. Make your reservations on Open Table.
Start with the wonderful food.
Yeah, the food, I think, is a combination in paying tribute to a lot of the dishes I've learned over the years. I think the biggest thing that we talked about early on with our menu is trying to create on the ingredients a little salt, a little pepper, but also a little nostalgia. And items that kind of take you back when you were a child, or taking you back when you were in LA or New York, or some things like that. And so I think our menu lends itself to that. I mean, some of the black eyed peas is a combination of some great love and attention to detail, very long and laborious process on that. Our mac and cheese, I think, is one of the best in the city, I feel, if not the city. It's a combination of my mother and my recipe as well. We kind of mixed those two together and made this great, amazing macaroni and cheese. We also have a wide range of dishes. Like I said, we've got that the sea bass, which is wonderful. So it's a lighter fare, but then we also can go with a steak if you want a steak. We've had a guest in the other night said it's one of the best steaks he's ever had, and the gentleman was in his 60s, and so it was a pretty cool compliment that we received from him. But I think the biggest thing with our menu is that you can come on any given night and have this amazing, amazing dinner with your family or with your friends, or a business dinner. And so we just put that menu together, and I think it lends itself to have a amazing Tuesday night dinner, or amazing Saturday night dinner with a glass of wine, paired with a brandy or a special cocktail that we have on our specialty cocktails. I think those two kind of play very well together, and we've got a great dish and that a guest tend to love. And when they had that braised short rib, and they had that short rib with the grits, it makes you come back again and again and again.
And who puts the menu together?
So it was a combination of some of our chefs, and right now it's myself. We have Julio as well working with me on the menu, and we work in tandem. And I've got my hands all in the menu as well. So I've taken all the 30 years of business and just pouring it into the menu. All I've learned from a lot of great chefs over the years with Cameron Mitchell and some other guys that I've learned a lot from. Those guys helped me and help develop some skills that I'll carry with me for the rest of my life.
Let's talk about the wonderful interior design of the restaurant. It's so gorgeous. What inspired it? And tell us a little bit behind your inspiration.
Most definitely. It's funny because I think the decoration and the decor of the restaurant just happened from years of just kind of being in the business and seeing what I really wanted. I wanted it to be warm and cozy, so we went with a dark color paint structure. I wanted it to feel very New York, very LA type vibe in the restaurant, and I think we were able to accomplish that with that moody and dark colors, but also the lighting is warm and delicate. We've got some old and some new items mixed together, so we would take some old antique furniture and place that with a new couch, and it just bodes very well. We have a lovely boat that's over our front entryway that most restaurants you come in, they have a chandelier, but we decided not to do that. And working with some folks from Elm and Iron really came with a great idea to do the boat with the lights underneath. And it just plays very well. And then you have a lot of personal touches around the restaurant. So we have our family initials on the boat, which is Wonder 5, it's Walter, Anthony, Nia, Devin, there's 5 of us. And those initials on the boat. And so we just have a lot of cool touches around the restaurant that's all conversational. So when you look at something, it's all purposeful and it's done in a very special and unique way that gives the eye something to look at while you're dining. So there's really no bad table in the restaurant. Everywhere you look, there's something to see, there's something to look at, and it makes it a fun dining experience for our guests.
What are your goals for the Royce in the future?
Our goals for the Royce, obviously we have been at Polaris for 2 years, and we've had a great time here. We were looking at some future opportunities with Washington Prime. We were looking at doing maybe some Royces out of town. We're looking at a couple areas here in town as well. But we want to expand the brand. We feel like it's a good brand. We feel like the brand has legs, and we want to expand it. And that's truly based on some of our feedback. We get probably 5 to 6 tables a week from either Cleveland or Cincinnati. A lot of people from out of town coming to the Royce for their first experience or many experiences. We have a young lady who comes to our restaurant maybe once a month from Cleveland. Her name is Benita. She comes all the time from Cleveland, and she's our personal marketer. I mean, she markets the restaurant. She loves the restaurant. And so we have a clientele that we built over the course of time that really has fallen in love with the brand. And so we feel like we can go out and branch out and expand our brand for sure.
I noticed when we came in, there were several different organizations that were here. Can you tell us some about your clientele, some of the people that actually come here and enjoy your wonderful food?
Most definitely. I mean, we feel like we've made the brand a very approachable brand. And so I think when you set out to take care of the masses and take care of a lot of different people, you have business people coming in for a business meeting. Chase comes in quite often for their business meetings, but you also have a family that might come out and celebrate a birthday or anniversary. We also have a lot of younger folk that come to the restaurant and enjoy the restaurant. So our menu lends itself to that, where we have a great amount of sandwiches on the menu. You can have a sandwich on a Tuesday or Wednesday, but you can come on a Friday and Saturday, have a steak or sea bass or salmon. And it's worked very well for us. And so we're not just in one lane, we're trying to go down different lanes, but have a clear circle of focus on what we're trying to do. And our number one goal is just take great care of people. We believe that hospitality never goes out of style. And so if you take care of people, they'll come back.
You think you got what it takes to be on TV? Well, submit your short film, music video, animation, and video opinion to Believe614.com, and you can be seen on TV.
Yo, Eddie, where are you at? Come on, bro. We were supposed to start 30 minutes ago.
Sorry, guys. My Uber took forever. I'm on my way now.
Okay, cool. All right, we'll see you here. All right, come on, let's go.
Let's go, Tom, boys.
Let's go. Hey, are you guys ready yet?
Oh, yeah. Our lead's here. He's almost here.
Okay, awesome. Let's go. Come on, we gotta go.
You ready? Yeah, let's go. Come on, Bruno.
Finally, the moment we all have been waiting for. TKB!
can dance on your own. You don't have to be alone. Oh, yeah. You're dressing nice, feeling yourself. You go to ask adventure. Chase your feelings down. Now you're confused, trying to let go. You're feeling lost now. What's left here to show? And then she looks you in the eye and says, boy, I don't tell no. Looks like you're sitting by yourself for the whole night. Check it out, 'cause you can dance on your own. You don't have to be alone. Oh, yeah. Dance on your own. And then she looks you in the eye and says, boy, I don't tell no. Looks like you're sitting by yourself for the whole night. Check it out. You can dance on your own. Don't have to be alone. All you gotta do is dance, dance. All you gotta do is dance, dance. Who's that?
Thank you for watching Believe 614 TV show, and thank you to our sponsors.